I don't know what makes me do the things I do. And I don't know what makes me wanna be with you. All I know is I'm just trying to be me, baby. Something, nothing, something. So I gotta pop bottles with the models in the club. I gotta hit the streets when the streets showing love. I gotta keep it gutter, I was raised with the thugs. Flash a couple dollars in the club, throw it up. I don't know what makes me do the things I do. And I don't know what makes me wanna be with you. All I know is I'm just trying to be me, baby. Something, nothing, something. Man, I've been to every city, yeah, I've been.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audience.
You always want to be friends before lovers, and when it's the other way around, that's when it kind of just things break down, and maybe that's why people like myself have a hard time fully falling in love with people.
Yeah.
I don't know, I had so much more to say.
Eastside salute to you and yours. It's another Thursday, another tantalizing Thursday, and I'm glad you're all here with me, your host, Mr. Drummond, my main man, Mr. Payne, and my field guy, YB Sincere. We are all here in the building tonight, you know what I'm saying? Want to give a lovely shout out just to start the show out to my wife. I love you dearly. Kisses to you. You are impressive. And then I want to give an Eastside salute to SG, the hardest working podcast engineer to do this podcasting shit. You hear what I'm saying to you? Eastside salutes. You know, another Thursday. It comes so fast. You know what I'm saying? I say that every week because they come fast. It seems like I'm back home for another Thursday. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm gonna start my week off this week by saying it was a good week, of course. And not a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get my signature 7 off the ground. You know, keep the family together. Cheers to you and yours. Mr. Payne, how was your week, my guy?
My week was good. It was
Sean.
What's up, Shonda? What's going on, Mr. Drummond? What's going on, YB, wherever you may be? What's going on, SG? My week was good. What's going on, Sharice Hawkins?
Sharice Hawkins tuned in. Eastside salute.
I don't think I have anything too significant, man. It's kind of been another day above ground. It's been good for me, to be honest with you. Like, my week has been good. I haven't even slowed down enough to think about it. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm so busy thinking about what I have going on next. I ain't thinking about what I left behind me. But overall, my week has been good. You know, no complaints.
Yes, sir.
My day has been good. My family and everybody doing good. My friends is good. So, yeah, everything's been good. My week's been good.
Shalonda Morgan.
Peace and blessings, Miss Shalonda Morgan.
Blessings. Glad to have you in the building this evening. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? What? Oh, YB ain't. Go to YB. YB ain't even on the screen. I guess YB having some technical difficulties. He'll be back.
He'll be there.
But you know,
SG, you get my private chat.
You already know she did. You already know
What's their weather doing? Yeah, I know. What's their weather doing over there?
It's just calming down. You know, we had some little rain and shit going on, but you know, it done all calmed down. Been beautiful last few days. We got YB back in the building. YB Sincere, how was your week? I don't think YB there. Is you there, YB? I don't think YB Sincere is there right now, you know what I'm saying? But he will be back to jail about this week. But other than that, I just want to give shout outs to all the August birthdays. Eastside salute to all the birthdays that went down in August, which gave y'all another year of life. Leos and what else came in there? July was the Cancer, the Leos and what came through there? The Leos and something else. I don't know. Eastside salute to them birthdays, though. All the August birthdays. Happy birthday to all of y'all. Wow, Virgos. Thank you, us too. Those Virgos in the building. You hear me? But it's Thursday. It's Tantalizing Thursday. And tonight's topic, whatever happened to friends first? Where did monogamy go? That's what I'm talking about, Sharice. Leos and Virgos. Happy birthday to Leos, Virgos, and all the other O's. You hear me? And all the other O's. You hear me? Eastside salute to you and yours. Mr. Ping. Man, whatever happened to friends first, man? And where did monogamy go? You know, why we running wild out here? Where did the beginning stages go, Mr. Ping? I think you, Mr. Ping.
All right, I guess I needed that. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as your will be done. On thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Let these words, let this story from Mr. Drummond YB and me help to set somebody free. Learn what a true friend that you could be by them seeing the friend is in themselves too. That's all I got. All right, Mr. Drummond, I don't know what the friends did. What happened to friends first? I don't, that word, I don't know how much it's worth anymore. It's like love. People use it so loosely. Everybody you meet is your friend, you see? Unless you're on social media, then you just get reduced to following me. Not supporting me, but you my follower, see? My bad. I'm my bad. Did I say that? Did I say that? But no. And in all seriousness, I think the word friend is not really defined well. You know, before you can even get to monogamy, the practice or state of being married to one person, or the practice or state of having a sexual relationship with one partner, like before you can even get to monogamy, being one with somebody else, you got to be a friend of yourself. We attach that word friend to almost everybody we meet instead of just the individual we greet. I'm learning now that I don't have a lot of friends. I have a multitude of associates.
Right.
And a few friends, because even the Bible says a friend is someone that'll stick closer to you than a brother would.
Yes, sir.
So I guess you have to get the definition of friend for you understood. And I think for a lot of individuals, it's the term friend is misunderstood. And just so I don't make myself sound unintelligent that I know I am, instead of attempting to remember it, and I'm going to use my modern technology, not ChatGPT, just regular Google for me. Like my wife say, ask your best friend Google. Because the best friend going to let you know what to do. A friend, a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond or a mutual affection, typically exclusively of sexual or family relations.
Facts.
That what the first definition say. A person who acts as a supporter or a cause. So I guess you have to understand what a friend is for you before friends first became I think it became outdated so long ago. Like different generations call it different things. Like we wasn't friends. What up, Mike Loud? We wasn't friends, unfortunately, with our enemies when we came from our ancestry. Even though you look like you and me, I still sold you out to a higher power to be. So that came down generationally. So you was bred to turn your back on the individual that you see that look like you and me.
Man.
I know it's an uncomfortable thing, but here's the thing. If you understand that thing, then you can absolutely unlearn and relearn a whole new thing. But what a friend means to you, like whatever happened to friends first, I don't think they've ever been first. It's like we were talking about that last week, the sayings that people say, the sky is blue. Why do you nail a hammer or do something? Like, why do you say these certain things? You know what I'm saying? If you putting your friends first, when do you ever see you? And how do you know what a true friend's supposed to do if you don't know who you are? I mean, you could let me know if I'm talking crazy to you today.
Always say, do you think being friends first can create unrealistic expectations in a relationship? Well, no, not really. Not unrealistic. Not so much unrealistic, because I believe in a relationship because that's the era I come from. So I'm only speaking from that point of view, because I swear I wouldn't date now. But back then it was you can meet somebody and really go out and have a date, and y'all gonna talk to each other and find out all the what you would call the particulars. You know what I'm saying? So, it'd be like you actually became friends first with the person that you would be in a relationship with. So with explaining a lot of things to because everything was face to face, nothing was really unrealistic, unless y'all both sitting there lying like two heathens. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all talking and y'all getting to know each other, as Mr. Payne say, y'all growing, it's growing, then I don't really see it creating too much unrealistic expectations, because I feel like the two people can grow together and become friends and then be together after that. Like, I could say me and my wife, real, we were friends first. You know what I'm saying? I got to know her, she got to know me, and then things moved along, so I don't think it creates a unrealistic expectation. Nah, I don't. But what about you, Mr. King?
No, I don't think it creates an unrealistic expectation either. But at the same time, I believe it can. I like to look at things both sides, and I probably got a story for it. My wife used to call me her best friend before I ever called her my best friend, because my best friend was my main man, my boy Dre. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't see it that way, but she often called me that. But when I thought about it, she was my friend. I think you should be friends first. Some people make the best relationships when they are friends first, because unfortunately for us, when you're friends with somebody, you don't show too much of your character right away. You're not acting or hiding as much.
Right.
Because y'all sharing some intimate things. It makes it easier to step into a relationship because y'all been that honest and true. Unfortunately, when you get into a relationship, people get your representative view. What they have made up in their mind, what they perceive to you, what they think you should do, you got made up in your mind. So I think when you friends first, you get a better understanding. They get a better understanding of you. You get a better understanding of them. And it really is just an open and honest building. And I think if you continue to build on that, it can be great. You know what I'm saying? So I think it can be great. But at the same time, you could get stuck in a certain space of, like, for me, my wife was such my best friend. When we had my daughter, she had started maturing and start doing more like womanly. I still wanted to be playing around like you was my friend to me. Now we taking away to the friend thing because you getting such a serious thing. So then that could kind of mess up the relationship that you getting into, because somebody was your friend with you. Now they're the mother of your child. They're expecting more of you. So that can confuse the two, because one person can mature and the other one can't. So I think individuals could see it both ways, but for me, I believe both ways are good, because it's being friends and really being friends and getting to know one another and actually being there for one another and being truthful with one another. You know what I'm saying? I think the relationship could blossom. Unfortunately, a lot of times, man, relationships start off on some BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, I'm not a negative person, but that's just my perspective. Because if they didn't, this world would be in a totally different space.
That's true. That's very true.
Like the relationship, the conversation what people have, what who you are, your capabilities, what you should do, like being honest with you, being a friend to you first. Like earlier, as I was saying, being understanding what a friend means to you, and then you become that. So then I think if you friends first with your lady, then nobody else, if you really rock with this person, nobody else can get in between and separate that. They can't break up a friendship, a relationship that was built.
Yes.
They can break up a marriage, because most people like a marriage, that's just a piece of paper. Well, it's not. It's so much more than that. If you see it that way, but most people that's married, they understand building that friendship, that relationship, that real union. And you ain't gonna always like your friend. But anyhow.
Yes, sir. Because I always say in a relationship, for real, both of y'all gotta understand that y'all gonna say things that y'all don't like to each other. But y'all gotta both be able to face them things that's being said. YB, is you in the building?
I am in the building.
Well, let's get YB in the building then. YB, what are the benefits of being friends before entering a romantic relationship? Tell the people.
YB.
The benefits of being friends first. First off, that's a great question. Great question. And I got a great simple answer for y'all. You know what? The biggest. You get to learn somebody. That's what the biggest thing about being friends. You get to somebody, because once you learn somebody, 3-4 weeks down the line, you might find out that you don't like this motherfucker for real. Where your emotions and your heart, all of that shit get put all into play and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, sit down and ask questions. Go on walks. Go on dates. Like, just don't ask and try to find out how good the wet weather is, even though that play a big part too. But find out you might be sleeping with somebody that can't read, you know what I'm saying, or don't know how to cook. Don't know how to fry fish. You know what I'm saying? You might not like that. You know what I'm saying? But then your feelings get all into the play. And you love this person. Then you find out this motherfucker is retarded. You're stuck now. You're in the committed relationship now. You can't just get out of the relationship. Oh, I found out the bitch retarded. And you want to leave. Can't just leave now. Oh, how dare you? How dare you leave me? Because I'm not what you thought I was when you had plenty of time to ask me who the fuck I was, to find out who the fuck I was. You love this retarded ass way, don't you? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
YB Sincere is in the building.
Get to know.
Shonda said, "Why? Hold on." What
I like
Shonda
getting.
say? Then YB hide that from all his partners.
She say what? I didn't hear. I'm trying to roll some weed up.
Nothing. What was the next one? Therese Hawkins said.
Oh no, see.
Yes, indeed. That's how it is on Tantalizing Thursdays. You know, we try to keep it truthful. But before we take it any further, we're going to go to a commercial break. And we're going to come back. But whatever happened to friends first? SG, peace out, salute. It's all yours. Eastside salutes to Zuzu, a new Asian cuisine restaurant downtown. Eastside salute. Go check them out. You know what I'm saying? They new, and I'm pretty sure the food good than the motherfucker down there. You know what I'm saying? But good. You hear me? For real. Danielle is in the building, and she says men and women have to be honest with one another. That way, each person knows what position they're in or to play no matter what the relationship is. Eastside salute to spitting facts there, cuz. I love you too. And make sure you have babies. Eastside salute to my cousin being in the building with spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Payne, we back in the building and we talking about whatever happens to friends first and the monogamy of it all. You know what I'm saying? YB is finally in the building, and his logo says, "I'm done letting women fuck on the first night. I'm someone's son." Eastside salute to YB being a motherfucking fool. Yeah.
Damn right. No more disrespecting me for the rest of the year. Hey, can we go back one comment? Can we go back to one comment? I don't hide nothing, Miss. I don't hide nothing, Shauna. You know what I'm saying? I let women know up front that I'm crazy and than a motherfucker. I let them know from the get go, like, you dealing with me, I'm not wrapped too tight. I let them know off rip. You know what I'm saying? They still choose to fuck with a nigga, so that's on them. I give them the parental advisory warning like that's on the CD covers. You know what I'm saying? I disclose that. I let them know that I got some issues out here. Can't help it, the boy sexy. You know what I'm saying? Stop hating on my sexiness.
Nothing like honesty, you know, because that's how it was, you know, that's how I came up. So, shit, I mean, walk around, hold hands, we gonna talk about anything and everything, sit on the phone half the night, you know, that's what these youngins, they missing all that, you know what I'm saying? The being in the dark, asking the color pencil you got on, baby, you know, what you looking like, what you got on, you know, what you smelling like, what you take a bath with, what is that scent you use, all that sexy shit on the phone. Y'all did it like shit. But Mr. Payne, you know, I'm gonna slide to the side and let Mr. Payne do his thing. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Payne?
They don't want you to be friends because they don't want you to connect. True friendship builds and grows.
Yes, sir.
That's what people don't really know. Again, I said it earlier. The Bible said friends will stick closer to you than a brother will. So your wife, your best friend, that's your love, your life. She is going to be closer to you than your brother or your homeboy.
Yes, it
so
is.
If you can connect with somebody of that magnitude and they can connect with you, why wouldn't you want to be their friend first? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have, Mr.
But
Payne.
it ain't. It's not designed for us to be friendly anymore. You just have to look at the world, what's going on around you. Unfortunately, but fortunately for us, what was cool in our times, our parents thought was crazy.
Right.
What was cool in their time, their parents thought was crazy. Now what's happening in our kids' time, you know, we think it's kind of crazy. We could also say, or they could also say, they don't do it that way because nobody is showing them to do it that way. Did they see their mom and dad hold hands? Did they see a husband really loving the wife? They don't see it that way, so they don't really see nothing about being friends. Everything is instantaneous, instant gratification now.
True that.
And it relationships, friendships. So it's not. I know you by what's on your social media page. That's what makes you important today in this part of society. Unfortunately, for this generation, that's what makes you important because this is how the world connects with information. There's no disrespect to our generation, but the way they connect is based on information, and the information that they're getting so fast is not about connecting and being there and getting to know one another. It's about what we're doing right now. What's up? What's happening? Let's go. For whoever, however, whatever I feel. If I followed you back, I'm your friend. So friendships has different meanings in different generations. So I think it's difficult for men and women to be friends because for some of them to be friends first, they don't understand the importance of it because everything is just like, right now, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I think it works both ways. The friendship, do you think it's possible to revert to friendship if a romantic relationship doesn't work out? Not for me personally. I don't think so because I think somebody's still gonna have feelings. My wife used to tell me when we separated, I'd be like, we could just be friends. Cold word for men back in the day, we still could have sex or whatever too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just real talk. We could be friends. I'm here, but I ain't really here. But for women who really love you like that, for my wife, how she explained to me, like, no, I can't just be your friend. Like, I don't go reduce from being wife, girlfriend to friend. Like, I ain't looking to downgrade. You know what I'm saying? I was your friend first. Now I'm your wife, and now we break
How
up.
dare
Go back to being friends.
You hear me?
So for some people,
I'm not gonna be.
what's that song back in the day? And I can't sing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Who is it? Deborah Cox and RL. We can't be friends. We can't be lovers. To just act like we never won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna invite me to dinner and everything. Come on, bro. We from the 90s.
You hear me?
I was your man. So yeah, man. I think that's difficult for men too. Big fact, especially if it's somebody you care about.
Man,
If you assure yourself, it wouldn't matter if that woman dated your brother. That ain't a reflection of you. That's a reflection of her.
Right.
If you were so sure of yourself and you moved on, you could probably genuinely be their friend. But a lot of times people don't move on, so it's difficult to be their friend because you're still tied to something emotionally.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's I think it would be difficult for most, but some people nowadays might be able to do that because having sex the way we looked at it nowadays it doesn't mean the same thing. I don't think it has the same meaning for the vast majority of probably individuals who are in relationships. It's just like a thing they doing now.
Yes, sir.
So it's very interesting.
I agree.
And then connection is not a real thing. I think about this, like how fast things are moving right now. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I watch movies, and I've often said, if you see it in the movies, it's real. So you go back in the day, the Demolition Man, when they was Sylvester Stallone was trying to have sex, and he was about to go touch her, and she went to the pod. You like, what?
Yeah.
What you doing? But they had lost so much. They had come to the point where connectivity wasn't a thing anymore. Connection, they didn't know how to be friends because they were somewhere else. And if they not careful, they gonna go to that same space. And relationships really just gonna be like you said back in the day, long time ago, Mr. Drummond. If we all put here for procreating, what we talking about? Because that's what they go have you doing.
Ooh. Ooh. YB, what you gotta say about this before we go to the state?
I can't go back. You can't downgrade me. You tell me you love me and then tell me I gotta be a friend and all that shit. I'm your biggest fucking hater. You know what I'm saying? I hope your next relationship go down in the motherfucking toilet. You know what I'm saying? How dare you tell me and confess your love to me and then you want to downgrade me to be a motherfucking friend? You got your motherfucking nerve. Hope you and that next one get hit by a motherfucking bus. The fuck wrong with you? Whoever put that question up, man, they went back to the friend zone. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Come at me with that shit. I'm going to jail for domestic violence. I'm going.
Hey, YB. Shonda agrees. Damn it. Shonda's in the building agreeing.
I'm saying. I'm even calling your motherfucking parents to let them know that I didn't goddamn put hands on you for the shit you tried to pull tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. It's the concept of friend zoning. Contradictory to the idea of being friends first. Why or why not? It's the concept of friend zoning.
No. Friend zone is a definite definition. If you're in the friend zone, you ain't getting away with it. You never will. not gonna even get to smell it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get to see none of that. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely a friend zone. You don't get to walk in when she half naked and be like, "Oops," you know what I'm saying? Nope, nope. That has nothing to do with being friends first. You know what I'm saying? And whoever put that question up, they got friends on and thought they was being friends. Nope, nope. You was she let you know from the get go. You ain't never gonna get it, 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 never gonna get it.
Yeah, friend zone, and once you in the friend zone, oh, it ain't no wet. Ain't no wet. So you ain't gonna smell it. You ain't gonna get no occasional. Well, you might get an occasional peek at some titties, but that'd probably be it, you know. Yeah, because I mean, at least if you in the zone of like friends first, then you know you kind of like y'all dating for real. You know, you friends like going for friends first. But if you in the friends,
it's prospect. You know what I'm saying?
Friend zone, you ain't getting nothing. You getting used.
Like you
Don't
that
money.
Like that's you to come out the friend zone is like right before she becomes a lesbian. You're the last shot for for all men to ever be with this woman ever again. You know what I'm saying? She pull you out the friend zone and give you some and give you a chance. If it don't work out, straight lesbian.
And in that, before we
That's
go,
how lesbians are. That's how lesbians are bred. They be the niggas sport out here.
Bullshit.
And on that bullshit note, we gonna go to a commercial and then we gonna come back and switch to monogamy. Eastside salute, that shit's all yours.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you.
To my party goers and classy drink sippers, out of the glass and into the bottle. Here at Signature 7, we know you work hard and you need that one day to live life, make memories, kick back and relax, and enjoy the tantalizing taste of our Signature 7 martini. If you like it in the glass, you'll love the bottle, ready for events and pop-ups. So try our new bottles. But whatever you decide to do with your day, just remember to include Signature 7 Premium Gin Martini.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you.
And find your rest. That salute to Signature 7. My brand, King's brand. This is my new brand right here to do an honest tribute to Noy, the little raspberry lemonades martini. So cheers to you, Eastside, salute to you and yours. And now to be back to Tantalizing Thursday, we gonna holler at Mr. Ping on that monogamy thing. Then he can pass it to YB, and then he can do his thing. You hear me? Eastside salutes. And YB showing his face in this bitch. Look at that.
Hey,
that sexy motherfucker. Look at him. Look at him.
The practice or state of being married to one person at a time.
Uh-huh.
The practice or state of being married to one person at a time. I think
Shonda Eastside salute to always singing YB. My bad, Mr. Pink.
Put that question up again on monogamy for me, SG. That's the topic. I don't think a lot of people really get married for what we may see marriage as, for one ship, for really coming together. So monogamy is more so a state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are really being, as I would like to say, they're being loyal to themselves. A lot of people see marriage nowadays like a partnership or a business ship, because a lot of individuals haven't seen marriage done right. And fortunately for some, unfortunately for others, this is a generation of individuals now who you see more people talking about polygamy.
Damn.
I don't even know what vanilla sex is.
Damn, I was just finna say I ain't even. Shit, I'm behind. Nah, the shit. Like a motherfucker. What the fuck is vanilla sex?
Yeah, what is that? Somebody please fill me in. I can't even speak on
Fill
that.
us in tonight on Tantalizing Thursday. That's normal heterosexual sex. Okay, I'm with that.
Vanilla is like being a virgin.
Okay. Yeah. So, man, I don't think people see sex the same way.
No.
It's just exercise. I want to do something. You want to do something. We decided to do it together.
Man.
Back in the day, if we got a one night stand, we thought as men, we thought we had game. We thought we was the man. She could have been gaming you. Like, I want to get something. You want to get something. You just, in all honesty, to be honest with you, you didn't get the one night stand. She did, because she chose you. What you playing? So it ain't ever really been that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really people making that decision to be more loyal. Yeah, people are, because there's no judgment. And there's also a third party individual in there. So it's somebody to see it a different way. And people are just more free and open with life now. Like, again, information. And if you think about it, you cannot be an individual that read the Bible as a young man from the Old Testament, and I'm not for sure about the New, but hear about King David and all these individuals who had multiple wives. Now, I meant something different back then, but if you could afford to take care of them, then you can have them. Even in other cultures and ethnicities. So monogamy is really just it's a man-made thing in so many words, and some people respect it and some people don't. You know? Yes and no. It depends on the individual. You can't bored. I'm created by a creator, so that makes me therefore creative. And if this is my friend, which I live, and we give how we give, you'll never get bored, my dear, because I'm a creative.
I swear.
So I don't, complacency when it comes to that don't work for me. Now, that could work for other individuals. Then that means there's a breakdown somewhere else.
Exactly. Especially if you become complacent and stagnant in the relationship. Chantel, YB, go ahead. What you think about this question right here? Think monogamy can lead to complacency or stagnation?
On our show, talk. First off, don't be coming on our show because you got them weak ones that ain't taking care of business with you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
But of course, it can lead to a stagnant on a relationship. Some people just not built to be with one person. Like me, myself, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I should have a gang of wives. I should have one for every day of the week. I should have one for every one of my personalities. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. But the laws in America say you can't do that. They throw you in jail for that if you live in Utah. So when YB goes missing again, I'm in Utah.
You say when I go missing again, I'm in Utah.
You know, some people probably should practice
outside of America, though. I mean, you
don't see yourself as going to prison, because if you going if you got these wives, then therefore also it says the men that I mentioned in the Bible, the basic instruction before leaving Earth, all these wives they had the ability to take care of. So you ain't got to worry about going to prison and all that stuff. You're gonna be sweet. What psychological needs do you think monogamy satisfies that non-monogamy doesn't, or vice versa? What psychological needs do you think?
No, yeah, I do. See, Mr. P, you got to understand.
I think it just satisfies loneliness personally.
Mr. P, you got to understand that I'm still on my path to get to where you at. You know what I'm saying? I go out to the States and go to another country. The first person to say something smart to me, I'm gonna smack the shit out of.
Well, you know what? The reason that will happen is because that's what you just said. You know, I believe your words are your ammunition source. So people almost get into a relationship already talking about they gon' mess up because they messed up in the last one, or they're expecting the other person to mess up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like words are power. I don't think, depending on what country you go to, because you go to some countries and you smack the shit out of somebody, that's gonna be the last smack you ever had in your life. I can promise you that. Like,
a lot of relationships fail.
Huh? I think the psychological needs
that's
is
why
satisfied.
That's why I say my ass in America. Where we're free to smack the shit out of. I said that's why I say my ass in America. That's.
Nah, we ain't free to smack them here either. What psychological needs do you think monogamy satisfies?
I think I'm so delayed. I remember, y'all. I'm not in Michigan. I'm down south, so I might be very delayed.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means because I'm down south too.
You ain't got to worry about all the women.
Very delayed.
You say shit with one person, you only got to worry about that one person.
Yeah.
That's true.
See, psychologically, like I say, I think it satisfies the fact that you're not lonely.
Yeah.
And then you say, could monogamy be considered a form of social control, particularly over women's sexuality?
Only if it's only if it's forced upon.
Right.
Only if it's forced upon. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody and that's what y'all into, then I mean that's on y'all.
Or like,
I think it's only an issue when you say we committed to something and then you go off and you cheat and then you try to say, well, I can just do what I want to do. Well, you can do what you want to do, but we made a commitment to each other that we were just gonna do each other. So I thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if we go in saying, hey, I'm gonna be with you whenever you need me to be, but sometimes I'm gonna be out there doing me, and I'll share that information with you if you want me to. And yeah, I don't think at all. I think it's more so, to be honest, I don't know about these times. Let me speak past tense. I think during my times it was more so a control over men than it was for women to use monogamy as some type of form of control, to say this is what makes you really say,
that's what I thought
that says you love me, you rock with me, and you support me. But that's going against everything that he's taught to be. Now I get it. If unfortunately you can't provide for all these women that you're attempting to be with, and you're not sure yourself to have that real conversation, then you're doing it the wrong way. You're not taught monogamy no way. So I think it was kind of used more so back then, but now that I don't want to say the tables have turned. Now that the world seems to be in a place where women have more freedoms, more rights. I don't know if that's a bad thing to say, but it's the truth. Or women are more into their sexuality. It's being accepted more in this world. Like, the roles could be changing a little bit. And for some men, that's going to be a lot of pressure.
Let their ass vote.
It's going to be a lot of pressure. The cream always rises to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Drummond said, psychologically, we need to connect. So I don't think they're going to use no AI or what's the name to connect with a man. Not a real woman, but a real woman. If it comes to that point where they're completely taking over and control, they only going to connect with the real men. They're only going to connect with the warriors. And if you don't find yourself amongst the warriors, then you're not going to connect. What's up, Gunner?
Jay Gunner in the
It's
building.
just like us men. We connect with women based on physical things that we see. So if you don't connect what I visualize and what I see, you ain't got no competition for me.
True
Women
that.
see things differently. So I think, monogamy is interesting in these damn times. But hey, if it works for you, then I say do what you do. Like, do what you do if it works for you. Because monogamy don't mean the same thing in 2023. Oh, well, the definition is the same, but the context that people put it in, what it means to them is different. Like,
Man.
again, most of our friends are on social media. That's not so social because we're not going back and forth communicating. You're following me or I'm following you. But we're not really being social.
Right.
So anyhow, I think definitely monogamy for our day and age though. Hey, I like it. I think as I got older, I feel like I understood for me as a man, and I'll say this and shut up, what God meant with one man and one woman, the two becoming one. Because I've had some emotional episodes with my wife that I've never had in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like as a man to really connect with my partner and be united and not just straight fucking sex, jumping off the wall, whatever you want to mean, but to connect with someone. Yeah. I know as a man, there's not too many individual women that I would connect with like that in my life. It would just be like a harem for me to be, free. But anyhow, YB.
And after YB say what he gonna say,
man, just think of how many. When we talk about social media and relationships, think about how many social media relationships. Think about how many social media relationships gonna go down south, go down the drain when the power grid go off.
Man,
big
how
facts.
Much social media relationships is gonna be then? You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing about a relationship is to be interactive anyway. Like what type of y'all make plans to meet up on camera every day. Like, come on now. Like, but that's not our generation. That's not, you know.
Well,
but in that, we gotta keep it moving. So we gonna go ahead and post up with Mr. Payne. Eastside salute.
When you need some inspiration, he's your guy. Think Mr. P, and come on by.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, aka Mr. P. With a little bit of motivation and inspiration for your situation. Hoping to free and relax your mind as if you are on a vacation. Straight into mind transformation. Y'all know what we're doing today. Post up a pin, the Blue Book way. What me and Tay used to do back in the day in Murray Wright hallways. But today I open the book, I read, and I share something with you. And I believe it'll be something that will bless you. So as Mr. Drummond would often say, take out a pen and notepad, write something down for yourself today that blesses you in some way. Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice Daily Motivations for African American Success. It's me with that color mess. Everybody gonna get blessed. Weight Watchers. Wait means never. Weight Watchers. Wait means never. Martin Luther King Jr., civil and human rights activist. Several years ago, a college professor and his wife were visiting the West Indies when the professor noticed a man sitting by the side of a river. Every time he passed this spot, he saw the same man. One day, the professor's curiosity got the best of him, and he asked the man why he spent all of his time in such a manner. The West Indian replied that he believed in reincarnation. According to his belief, we have all lived many times before, and we will live many times again. The West Indian replied that he believed in reincarnation. According to his belief, we have all lived many times before, and we will live many times again. That is very interesting to me because
Sir.
you would see men before you became a man or a woman. So you was living as a cell of micronism before you even understood this space that you in. So when you evaporate and go away, you're gonna understand a different space. That's interesting.
Man.
Okay, cool. And then he said, "This life I'm sitting out. What happens to a person during his lifetime is in direct relation to the way he passes his days. Many of us wait for miracles from above. I've heard a number of people say, 'Well, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for a sign from above. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do God's will. I'm just waiting on the Lord.' If these souls were indeed ready, they would be busy fulfilling their mission on earth." Man, Weight Watchers, what you waiting on?
Mm-hmm.
You want your friend to be your homie, lover friend, then get your communication and your conversation on. Make sure your game is strong though, by knowing where you belong and whose you belong to. Don't come in there halfway and then you disappointed when they reject you.
Man.
Because in order to go from just being friends to dating you and courting you, I got to know that I can trust you on the whole level. And is that something you ready to do? But anywho, while cleaning out his desk, a man found a 10-year-old shoe repair ticket. Figuring that he had nothing to lose, he went to the shop and gave the ticket to the repairman, who began to search the back room for the unclaimed shoes. After several minutes, the owner reappeared and gave the ticket back to the man. "What's wrong?" asked the man. "Couldn't you find my shoes?" "Oh, I found them," replied the repairman, "and they'll be ready next Friday." Like the above story, the repairman felt like waiting. The main thing that comes to the person who waits is regret for having waited.
Man.
Don't join people who watch and wait. You'll lose nothing but time. SG, do we have time to play this video real quick? Because I'm going to tell you about the type of friends I want to have around me who not waiting on anything. Go ahead and play that video for me, SG. I'm going to tie this whole thing together and I'm going to shut my mouth.
The only people that I have friends that I have in my foxhole are people that I can go to war with. That's why there's very few people that I call friends in my foxhole. There's a lot of days where David Goggins does not want to get up. Let's say that you want to be a lawyer and you come to me and I'm one of your friends. I'm in your foxhole and you're year 2 into law school and you call me up and say, "David, man, I don't think I want to do this anymore." I say, "Okay." We hang up. The next morning, I'm at your house at 4:30 in the morning and I'm picking your fucking ass up because not only are we going to go to law school that day, we're going to the fucking library. We're going to go fucking work out. We're going to get some breakfast and I'm going to wait for your fucking ass after law school. I'm going to take you back home and we're going to stay together. That's who you want to be friends with. We have these people who we call friends because they support us. They support us in going to law school, and they support us when we want to quit going to law school. You're not my friend. You need to support me all the way till I fucking get through what the hell I'm trying to get through. That's my friend.
Basically, what I'm saying is this. The person that you begin to fall in love with, the person that you're going to call a friend, that you're going to be their right-hand man, they're going to be your right-hand man. And even if this is not a relationship for you, just somebody you talking about intertwining your energy with too, right? Make sure that they're a real friend to you. While you out there looking for the best friend for people to be to you, make sure you become that best friend that people want to see. Don't wait for things to just come to you when you can go to the things that you deserve to have for you. Because when you work on the friendship inside of you, then you completely understand that there's nothing that you cannot do. And if you truly believe, there's almost nobody that you cannot have to be with you. But that's if you really believe for you. I told my story about what me and my wife went through. That's a whole nother time for you. But I had a friend in myself and I believed in myself, and I had a friend in my wife who counted on me. Make sure you have people that push you to do what you say you want to do, and you make sure you hold yourself accountable. Thank you, SG, for my extra time and family. Y'all know how I do. Appreciate y'all. YB, I know you're going to come through with some bullshit, but I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Drum so he could do what he do.
What I'm saying. And I have to go back with what you say because I feel the same way. Because going through life, man, I had a lot of friends I grew up with, real friends, true friends. You know what I'm saying? But then I moved off, left that 7-year stint. Like how they say, like y'all was just saying, you call everybody your friend. Well, when I left, I couldn't call everybody my friend because I didn't grow up with none of those people. So that I really got close to a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? So, I consider them some out of town friends, because I was there 17 years. So that's long enough to make a friend. You know what I'm saying? But when I found my wife, I found my friend. I really did. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it was over from that point. Everybody else is my friend. That's my true friend right there. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's my rider. My wife, my rider. That's everything.
Yeah.
That's everything. Like you said, that question earlier, that monogamy and that what is it, physiology or something like that. Like, we wasn't designed or created to be alone. I would much rather be with one than to be with everyone.
I'm trying to.
Don't miss that. I would much rather be with one than be with everyone, because the person that want to be with everyone wind up with no one.
Yes, indeed. Because I can say this is the first time in my life being with my wife that I'm even being monogamous. So to me, I'm like proud of me. You know what I'm saying? Because in my life, I have never been faithful. Never been faithful. But right now, I can say I'm very monogamous, my brother. So Eastside salute to being monogamous.
I'm right there with you, my guy. I'm right there with you, my guy.
With your lagging ass. What's the crazy shit you about to say? What you talking about over there?
Well, like in my last relationship, you know what I'm saying, it's probably the first and only relationship that I've been straightforward, just me and her. Like, I've even been, I know you just said, nope, not this time, baby. No, I'm truly, honestly, just me and you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to be touched by another female. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I found who I feel like, if I'm gonna have to spend this much money on a ring and a house and have to maybe shoot at a couple of niggas in life for, it's the one I feel like I shoot it. Yup, I do all that for. But I ain't losing half. You know what I'm saying? I do the time before I lose half. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I just seen too many movies. You know what I'm saying? I watched too many episodes of CSI. I feel like I might be just that one to get away with it if it comes down to it.
Hey, you're a better man than me, YB, because I'm sure gonna lose half. I rebuild another half. I ain't giving up my time though. Time is not cheap.
Oh hell, no, it's
just
not.
like you said, drinking that drink. This 2023. It's gonna be some young. It's gonna be somebody that was sitting there and caught it all on camera. They gonna be like the first 48. Come back with commercial. They gonna have a 2-liter drink. Fago Cola or Coney Dog, and they're gonna be right you out, YB. You're gonna be like, I should have took the half, baby.
Well, business.
It's 2023, bro. They got cameras all around you, bro.
They gonna be like, what's that?
Hey. Yeah. Hey, my best wishes to you, though. I used to think the same thing. I figured my army training, I could get away with some stuff. It's 2023, bro.
That didn't say I was army trained, but I could get away with some stuff.
Yeah. You trained, but you not kept. Yeah.
Square, bitch. My friend.
I might know more than the average person, but I don't know what them people know. Them people, yeah.
And,
So anyhow,
and to all my people out there, we have come to the end of the night, and it's time for final thoughts. So YB, give your final thoughts to these people.
Well, YB been very good tonight for the little time he's been on the show. You know, I'm not in the city. Your field guy is definitely in the field tonight. I'm in Ripley, Tennessee. I'm down here in the southern state. You know what I'm saying? So my Wi-Fi is really no strip club Wi-Fi this week, y'all. We'll be back next week to our normally scheduled program. Monogamy, like me now. My younger version of me, I didn't give two rats ass about how many women I had. I didn't give a fuck if they knew about each other or not. Like, that's just how I was taught. Like, I've been with the polygamy before it became, you know, quote unquote, the thing to do. Like, not everybody blessed to have that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was. So now I'm in a whole different light. You know what I'm saying? Cupid then shot me with the AK-47, then put another whip in it and hit me again. So I'm all for the one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to lie no more, even though it didn't matter back then. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it going, you got to go through the motions. I ain't got to go through the motions now. I tell the truth. Let them know how I feel. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I come to the stage and age in life where I know what I want, know what I need, know what I like, and know what I don't like. And I'm stuck in my ways. So maybe just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what it is. To this younger generation, I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all just don't know what y'all missing out on. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to it, who's gonna be with you at the end? Who's gonna help bury you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna be there when that thing go boop and hold your hand? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it before you get into the wet. You know what I'm saying? The wet always gonna be wet. But is the wet gonna be there when you dry the fuck out? My final thought.
Man, Eastside salute. My guy, YB motherfucking sincere. My field guy, our field guy. I love that guy. We're moving along. He cracks me up, I swear. We're moving along. My main man up next, Eastside salute to Mr. Ping. Your final thoughts.
I don't know what to say, man. He said going after getting that wet gonna leave you dried out. Man. Listen, man, I talked about friends in, I don't know, 3-4 different ways, I feel like, today. I started out talking about friends not just in a relationship, like forgetting or not recalling this tantalizing Thursdays. But then understanding the importance of having and knowing what a regular friend is and knowing the friend that you want to be, it was able to turn for me and see how that works in the relationship and how it actually worked for me and my wife, Kiki. Like, she was a friend before she was with me. Like, I was pursuing her. I was courting is what I was attempting to do. About 2 or 3 months of just being friends before we were able to start dating. But it was a process. I wasn't in the friend zone, but we were friends. We didn't have too much going on. And a lot of times we are so in a hurry to get to the finish line, and we don't understand that when we cross that line, that when we cross that line, you really allowed yourself to get behind a veil. Mm-hmm. The comfort what people really tell themselves or what they think others think about themselves. When you cross that line from friendship to relationship, from non-sexual to sexual.
Yes, indeed.
But you just got to be ready because that person was your friend first, because you know what a friend means to you. You seen the video. I don't want my wife is like that. If I say I want to do something, she may not drag me through and make me do it, but she gonna keep thumping me and reminding me, hey, you said you wanted to get a little degree. You said you wanted to start a podcast. You said you was gonna do Tantalizing Thursdays. She not just gonna go away and be like, all right, you don't want to do it no more, you sweet. So yeah, that's the type of individual you want in your foxhole with you. And if you become friends first, then you know what they're about and how they support you. And then you will have a great relationship to build you and to build them. I just didn't want to go too rated off. So yeah, but that's all I got to say, man. Find yourself as a friend today and know what a friend means for you. And when you find that one that you truly love, you can be a friend as they be a friend to you too. But it all starts with you. That's it. I'm through.
Peace out, salute to Mr. Payne and final thoughts.
You have a friend in me. You have a friend in me.
Definitely. You hear me? Eastside salute to friendship all around. You know what I'm saying? To the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. You know, my final thoughts is I only got 2 friends. I got, because Mr. Payne, my friend, might be my friend, but I got 2 friends. My main friend is Jesus, and my second friend is my wife.
Well, you hold it right there. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. You my brother. Totally different thing.
I'm a step above, you know what I'm saying? Friendship. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's a brother. But yeah, Mr. Pete, my brother too.
I'll let you borrow money. I won't let my friends borrow money.
Square business. He's absolute. Because I might need a couple dollars too. Yeah, serious face. But I give it to my wife because that's my friend now. You know, I don't want to speak back then, but now, true friend. We met, we held hands, we did all that because we started with the gazing of eyes. We caught the eyes first, and we talked. And like I say, our first date, she took me to the parking lot of a church. The church was closed. You don't tell no longer that story, but in that, we became friends. After that, we married now, been in a long ass relationship, you know what I'm saying? So Eastside salute to all y'all that's in them long ass monogamous relationships with your friend. You hear me? And then I'll leave it at let love lead. The triple L's. Let love lead. Eastside salute to let love lead. Smoke responsibly. Drink responsibly. And pay attention to your children out there, because if you don't, they are. And you know who them people are. Eastside salute. My final thoughts.
Y'all have a great night.
Y'all have a great night. Oh, Eastside salute to SG.
That's Jizzle.
This working podcast engineer to do this podcast.
The second hardest working person in podcast radio.
SG the Great.
Eastside salute to everybody in the chat. Everybody
Thank
that's
y'all for tuning in. Welcome back. See y'all next week.
Tomorrow night, catch the council with their co-hosts, Honey and Jag, and they host Take Gunna. Eastside salute.
Gunna man.
Good night to all y'all. We love y'all. My man YB, my main man Mr. Payne, and me, your host. Eastside salute, Mr. Drummond. Good night to each and every one of you. It's Tantalizing Thursday. It ain't just sex.
Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum. reality I know I can't foresee. The future God's plan for me, but why